Digital transactions is an online or automated transactions that take place between people and organizations without the use of paper. You must have taken part in such a transaction before now. One of these advantages is that the use of digital currency makes the transaction faster, easier, more accurate, and more convenient. An example is the e-Naira, which we just finished discussing with Professor Olawale Ajayi of the Lagos Business School.
Well, another example of digital transactions, of a digital transaction rather, is the Eko-Token initiative, a public-private partnership with the Lagos State Government and CashToken Africa, designed to establish Africa's first universal cash reward program for all residents of Lagos State in partnership with all businesses within the jurisdiction of Lagos State.
The Eko Token is to facilitate increased velocity of patronages for Lagos businesses and to improve the personal economies of Lagos residents, among others. Mr. Lai Labode is the Managing Director and CEO of CashToken Limited, the firm executing the Eko Token initiative, and is here with us in the studio. Good morning, Mr. Labode.
Good morning.
Well, good to have you in the studio. We've just had an interesting discussion about the, imminent introduction of the e-Naira, and now you are the lead promoter, shall I say, in consonance, of course, with the Lagos State government of the Eko Token. What are we talking about here? What is this token? Is it a reward system? Is it another way to put money in the wallet? What should Lagosians expect? And has it started already?
Okay, thank you very much. Let me say that Eko Token is the first government-led program, a public-private partnership that wishes to establish a universal reward program for its residents. Essentially, Lagosians, when they patronize Lagos businesses, and of course there are 3 key areas or 4 key areas that the government was looking at. First, as a fallout of the pandemic, what are the ways that government can help businesses become even more prosperous? 2, how do we better the personal economies of the Lagos people? 3, how do we develop a tripod relationship, a robust new tripod relationship between businesses, government, and the people? And 4, how do we develop public emotional equity that can help to foster prosperity across the land? Now, the decision essentially was to partner with the private sector to establish Africa's first universal reward for all residents, meaning that Lagosians will get the same reward experience across multiple businesses. Now, Eko Token essentially, of course, this is a foundation and a lot can be built around it when it comes to the way the world is actually moving when it comes to digital currencies. Now, the first thing that happens here is that when you receive one Eko Token, a business in Lagos must have been patronized, the business must have made some profit, and part of the profit they have earned, they're basically saying thank you to Lagosians by giving you the Eko Token. Now, that works with your phone number, essentially. So you must have a phone number in the first place. So you receive an SMS. Nigerians love alerts. Lagosians love alerts. So you get an alert telling you that you have just been given one Eko Token in your Eko wallet. Now, when you receive that, it is actually cash in your wallet. Of course, ultimately, that will be one e-Naira, ultimately. So you begin to experience what is to come in the future. Now, when you receive that e-Naira, it also gives you an automatic entry into a consumer draw that happens every Friday, which is for 5,000 to 100 million Naira. Now, imagine on a Friday, you have purchased petrol, you have bought food, you have entered a Lamata bus, some Lagos State bus, some eating a chicken, anything that you've done. You bought electricity or you bought airtime. And on Friday, you have just won 10 million Naira. Now, that money also goes into a Eko wallet, which is basically ready to go the e-Naira way. So basically, Lagos has basically done what other African countries need to learn, states need to learn, where you have the same reward experience across the land from multiple businesses, essentially.
I understand that it's only a small portion of it, but it does sound a lot like a traditional lottery scheme where, like you said, you've paid for something and in return you're given a token, and then there's the chance that you could win some form of cash between 5,000 or 10 million Naira, as you said.
100 million.
100 million. Oof. Let me get myself started.
Life-changing opportunity.
So when you look at the probability of anybody winning some cash, is it a situation where you, like you've said, entered into a draw? How many winners would that be? Because I understand that the whole point of this scheme, of this initiative, is to create wealth and make people genuinely happier to spend. But how would that incentive work if there's only a small amount of people who would win anything?
Okay, good question, I must say. So let me give you this, right? And this is really smart. Every time you patronize the Lagos business and you received an Eko token, you are guaranteed 6 naira in your Eko wallet every time. So imagine yourself in the morning, you left your house, you bought petrol, you bought airtime, you bought electricity, you made your beautiful hair. Imagine all of those things you've done. And each time you did that, you got Eko token. So you ended up with 1,000 Eko tokens on Friday. That's 6,000 naira cash in your Eko wallet. And that is the same thing with e-naira. That means you have 6,000 e-naira in your wallet. That's to start with. That's number one. Number two, you also have 1,000 tickets at the draw. That gives you more chances. The more Eko tokens you have, so the more tickets you have to the draw on Friday. Now, this is the difference between this and a regular lottery is that you have not paid for any lottery ticket. You have only made a purchase, right? So you're not losing any money. Now, and it's not a regular lottery because the risk of a regular business, for example, if you're going to do a regular lottery, it's possible that you win an amount of money that the business has not made. No, this doesn't happen this way. All the businesses have contributed to the pot. So if you have $1 billion this weekend from Eko tokens, $1 billion must go to Lagosians. So all the money must be paid out so that the next day you can continue to buy airtime, electricity, pay different bills in Lagos, and it continues that way. So when you hear the lottery part of this, nobody buys a lottery ticket. You are given a lottery ticket. You go into the consumer draw that happens every Friday, essentially, and the money spreads around. And part of what we see already from the test runs done by the mobile networks, you see people win a 5 million naira on a Friday night. You know what we're saying? They're starting to do businesses, which is what Lagos State government wants. You know, improve your business or start a new business, employ people in Lagos, prosperity spreads. And you find out that when prosperity gets to the people, when people have hope, you know, there's a saying that says that poverty is the gasoline of evil. Hopelessness is the fire. We need to find ways we need to get more creative. And this Lagos is leading something that is very new. I need to say this. The creation of new socially smart business models is a big deal now for governments. When we say socially smart, we mean the marriage of successful enterprises and social development at the same time. So you make money and we see the direct impact on the lives of people of the state.
While I was going through your website, I saw that one cash token costs about 35 naira. Now, how does that work? Break that down for us.
Okay, so I like to stay with Eko Token. Eko Token costs 40 naira. So a business that is going to offer Eko Token to the customers must know that they have to invest 40 naira. So they set their thresholds. For example, one of the partners, and we're very grateful for what they've done, Airtel, you know, that they will offer you 1 Eko token on every 1,000 naira that you spend buying airtime in Lagos. That's amazing. Now, that 40 naira, we take out the 6 naira, of course, which is guaranteed. That means every time you get 1 Eko token, you're guaranteed you're guaranteed 6 naira in your Eko wallet, guaranteed. We also take about 9.50 cover from that money also and put in the draw pot. Of course, we pay the bills to Lagos State. That's important to do. And take the remaining money and ensure that we're able to spread it all around. So that breakdown is very key because every time that 1 Eko token has come out, you have guaranteed some cash to the customer, and you have also put some of the money in the draw. And of course, you pay the remaining bills to run the operations. Now, there are 4 ways that you can do that. 1, you're either dialing the Eko code, which is *6700 *00#. 2, you are seeing Eko token kiosks across all local governments in Lagos. And this is important, that digital services are available in these locations. If you go to any of those locations, right, which is also a customer service center, you are able to purchase any digital service in Lagos and be able to get rewarded by your Eko token. 3, we have something called the Eko One number, which essentially also prepares you for the future of e-currency, right? Now, the Eko One number essentially aggregates all services against your phone number. So whether you are doing LASHMA, the Lagos State Health Insurance, right, All we're going to do, your policy number is becoming your phone number. Whether you're trying to buy electricity, your meter number becomes your phone number. So there's something going on in Lagos here that combines the creativity of Eko Token Universal Rewards to how transactions will be done in the future. And that's why Lagos really leads. And so there's a lot of lesson here. We're seeing state governments already looking at what Lagos State is doing and trying to see how they can get into this. We are on a trajectory to preparing the people of Lagos for what the future really is.
Well, Mr. Labode, I mean, that's good, but this is very Lagos-centric. So tell me, is this a proposal for Lagos State government, or is this something that has started? And two, probably more importantly,
yes,
is how will the rewards stay with Lagos residents? Are you going to use the Lastra cards, which identify who a Lagosian is? Or because if you say that if you purchase ahead of time digitally,
yes,
how will you know where I'm buying it from? And therefore, if I qualify to win something, how will you know that I'm resident in Lagos? Or I will have to come down to Lagos State to partake in the draw. So how can you ensure that this is not a Lagos idea that becomes, as always, a freebie for the whole country?
Okay, you have asked many questions, and they're all very brilliant questions, I must say. First of all, this is no longer a dream. It is done. The governor has signed up this. Today, I can tell you that we have over 200 businesses that have already signed up. We're doing media rounds now. The governor will flag off this shortly. If you dial the code right now, you can buy electricity and buy airtime and get Eko tokens already, pending the flag off. So this is happening. It's real. It's for real. Also, one of the things that we've been able to do is to establish these channels that allow us to know who has made a purchase in Lagos. Now, if you dial the Eko token code *6700*00#, and you dialed it from Damaturu, for example, and you decided to buy airtime you have just brought money to Lagos. We're glad to receive it in Lagos. Of course, you get the hospitality of Lagos because you spent money in Lagos. Essentially, one of the beautiful things about this is that there's something called universal corporate social responsibility. For all the businesses in Lagos that are participating and supporting this program, they have made a profit in the first place. And the governor was very emphatic on the need. This is not by force. This is not a tax. You must have made some money to actually do this. That's how to sustain it. You don't sustain any good thing by force. Businesses have to do this themselves. Now, the moment you have made some money and you have returned something back to Lagosians, you must have used any of those channels. You are seeing it in your local government, in physical locations. You have seen the ekotoken.ng web. So we have done it in such a way that if anybody is transacting on a Lagos website, we assume that you're in Lagos because you have hit the Lagos territory, essentially, digitally. Although we know that, yes, based on the data that we'll have, which belongs to Lagos State government knows when somebody is patronizing from outside the state. But you're welcome in Lagos. We want the money in Lagos, and we show you the Lagos hospitality.
Thank you very much. I mean, one of the objectives of the Eko Token is to generate new revenue opportunities for the support of MSMEs. Goodness gracious, so many lessons. Youth empowerment as well as other special programs. Mm-hmm. I mean, tell us how that will happen, but also, can I ask you about the requirements? I know you said you obviously need a bank account and a phone, but are there any age requirements to this? Could anybody with those two things, a mobile phone, which a lot of us have, and a bank account, be able to access the Eko Token?
Okay, you won't need a bank account to get into this. Let me say that, and I'll tell you how the genius is in the simplicity. We're talking about phone numbers here only. All you need to get an Eko Token is a phone number. That's all. That's it. Now, when you have received money in your Eko wallet, which is, a scheme wallet at this time, right? You can decide, if you have an account already, you can move your money to your account because nobody wants to have any restriction. No restrictions on the Eko Tokens. Yeah? Now, if you have an account, you move. If you don't have an account, you can spend your money right there to buy other things. And if you decide you want to open an account, which we are going to encourage as the e-Naira actually comes in, that you actually can put your money in an e-Naira wallet, we are able to help you move it there for you to spend. So it doesn't need you to have a bank account. Now, one of the things that we also need to note is that this is built around the need for businesses to calculate what they are able to offer. So you're going to see different thresholds across different businesses. So I'll give you an example. While a mobile network is saying spend 1,000 naira on every cumulative 1,000 naira, Lamata, for example, fantastic people there, they've decided that every time you have spent up to 20,000 naira funding your Cowrie wallet, you will get an Eko Token. Now, there are private businesses under Lamata itself. They're also setting their own thresholds. There's Lac Ferry. We're covering every segment of the economy of Lagos State. Recently, the people at the Computer Village, their management, they decided to establish a new policy of rewards and build it around the Eko Token. So you're seeing a new wave of creativity by different businesses and associations around the Eko Token, where a Lagosian comes to expect this reward as long as they can make a purchase. And that's how to grow it, and that's how to prepare a state for the future, as the case may be.
We only have a few minutes left. Now, your company is called CashToken Limited, correct?
CashToken Africa, yes.
It says it's the first in Africa as a cash reward as a service
yes.
company. Now, why was it important for you to establish this? And talk to us about how it all started.
In 2017, we had conducted this research we called the patronage optimization research. And we wanted to know what the most potent emotional disposition is of any consumer that would trigger increased, repeat, and sustainable patronage of any good or service. Now, in the course of that research, and that was quite instructive, we found that what consumers really want is an opportunity for life-changing cash reward. Not cash, or a life-changing cash reward. Now, that's instructive. How do you ask a business that every time you patronize them, they should give you a life-changing cash opportunity? Hence the creation of what we call the cash reward as a service. And it's the first time in Africa where a company is fully set up to deliver cash reward to all businesses. Governments. Of course, governments are very interested in developing public emotional equity and helping their businesses grow and growing the personal economies of their people. That's what we're doing. And that's why CashToken Africa, as of today, is also, we're doing projects in Africa right now. We've just finished a platform for MasterCard. It's a Pan-African platform. It's going to allow Africans to be able to engage in activities that return cash to their wallets. But not just cash. They also have these life-changing cash opportunities across the place. So this is across Africa as we speak, and Lagos already leads in this area.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming in and talking to us about this very innovative scheme. We really do appreciate it, and it's been very interesting. 100 million naira.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Every
it's
Friday.
doing something. It's doing something.
Every Friday.
Every Friday.
TGIF.
Exactly.
TGIF.
Mr. Lai Labode, thank you very much. He is the MD and CEO of CashToken Africa Limited. Thank you very much for joining us.